so freaking cranky. And it's a beautiful day outside, and I think that I would probably be in a decent mood if my friend's dad hadn't died yesterday, and I have absolutely no capacity whatsoever to assist him in any way getting through this major experience in life. But here's the worst part, is that so I made a couple of videos for my friend specifically, and I planned on downloading them and then sharing them with him on Facebook. But then, so his dad didn't like me. So there's members of his family also who don't like me because they all saw things inside of me that his dad believed meant certain things. Of course, his dad never told me any of this. Like, I had to find it out through other people. And then it became obvious. You know, I looked back and I was like, oh, that's why I felt so awkward. That's why I felt like he didn't like me. That's why, you know, I was confused as to why I kept getting invites over to their home, but then I would feel unwelcome. So his dad was very successful in convincing others, except for my friend, that I was not good, not sincere, not worth it, not, you know, he thought I was manipulative and controlling, and I don't know what else. Those are bad enough. I mean, I grew up with manipulation and control, and I did everything in my power and continued to do everything in my power to make sure that I do not manipulate people. And, but I learned from the best, and some of that still leaked out, I guess. I mean, I really don't even know. I just know that, like, I couldn't understand for the longest time, like, why I was being accused of certain things. And then slowly but surely over time, I began to recognize, like, oh, when I did this and this and this, they saw it as this and this and that. Like, that makes sense. I get it. So, like, I altered as much as I could. And then when I got to a point where I couldn't alter anymore, I was like, dude, that's somebody else's problem for not seeing my heart, not mine. So here I am, a person who loved the man who just died. Like, really, like, great laugh, wonderful sense of humor, loved his children, made an amazing steak. And, but he didn't like me, so it's not like I can say that I have no feelings of frustration towards him and the choices that he made in life and the consequences, because they're pretty harsh. You know, the reality is that the consequences of him not liking me and being as respected as he was, the consequences were pretty great for me. Like, I actually lost a lot, like more than I'm willing to talk about right now, and more than some people would want to admit or believe. But the reality is that I did. So I don't have, like, completely positive feelings about the man who just died yesterday, but I have a great amount of understanding and respect. I love every single person in the family. I particularly love my friend who has continued to believe in me all these years and whatever. But, like, so now here I am, and I make these videos to him, but the only way that I know how to get them to him is to publicize them. And then I'm thinking, well, what if his family is not pleased with that because I don't know how aware they are of how close of friends we still are. I have no clue. Like, I know that he hides me to a degree because he doesn't want to spend all of his time defending me, which makes perfect sense. But the reality is that and I don't expect when someone dies, I don't expect, you know, to be like communicated with a ton and majorly kept in the loop and like knowing exact I'm not family. I could have been family to a degree, should have been family to a degree, but you know, the head honcho didn't like me, so I'm not family. And yeah, that like it hurts and it breaks my heart, but it's the reality that I've had to accept over the years. And I knew there was a hair there. I knew it. So I have mixed feelings. Now here's the thing though, is that I know that there are mixed feelings going on in their family, and I know that there's mixed feelings going on in my friend. And I want to be there to support him, and I can't. And it's irritating the cussity cuss out of me. Like, I'm so upset. And I'm doing everything I can to be like, okay, just, you know, honor the process, respect this time. Like, he's overwhelmed. They're all going to be feeling all these things. Like, just let them go through whatever they're going to go through. You're not part of the family. There's nothing you can do. So, like, that's what I've been feeling and doing or whatever, you know? Like, I left one voicemail just to give him my voice, letting him know that, you know, I care. And a stupid Bitmoji, I mean a cute Bitmoji, it says peace be with you, which, by the way, oh my gosh, if you don't know what Bitmojis are, like, they're so much fun, and they make communicating so much easier. Like, I struggle with words so often, and I freaking love my Bitmoji. And I love that they have the peace be with you Bitmoji also. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I could do. But I also, once I made the videos, I realized, like, uh-oh, this might cause drama in his family, so I won't post these without his permission. So I text specifically. I didn't leave it in a voicemail. I didn't leave it even in the little, you know, you can push, I can anyway, push the little record button and send like a little, it's a text message, but it's a multimedia message, and it's your voice, but it's on, you know, your text messaging. Anyway, so I wake up this morning to him saying, you know, I haven't had a chance to listen to your voicemails. Okay. What am I supposed to say to that? How do you support someone in a situation like this? Like, I don't even know. Prayer? Done. Not only have me and my little tiny family here been praying, but we've put him on different prayer rolls so that him and his family are going to be prayed for by scads and scads of people, because we put him on a bunch of prayer rolls for the next 3 weeks. So, like, I've literally done everything in my power so far. If he's not going to read the text and give me permission or say no to me posting the videos that I've made specifically for him, then, excuse me, I don't know. It's like, I want to be like this soft, sweet friend. And I unless I have the capacity to continue, like, supporting and loving and, like, you know, I don't. And then I feel kind of bad because I'm irritated with the dude who died. I feel like even in death, he's managed to push me away from his family, which is ridiculous. I know that's ridiculous because this is a natural thing that happens when someone dies. You immediately, you go inward and you only pay attention to your immediate family and the tasks, I have no idea if they already had something set up so that everything's taken care of for him to die, or if they didn't do that yet and they're only making those choices now. I have no idea what amount of financial pressure has been placed on my friend and his family. I have no idea, and his mom is, she's on her way out too, so she could go at any moment, and I don't even know. The problem is I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do, and I'm not in a space anymore in my life where I can be unconditionally loving and supportive to people who give me almost nothing to go on. And there's not so many people anymore because I hardly interact with anybody in all reality, but there's still that handful of people who they want to have more of a connection and a relationship with me, but they don't want to be 100% real and connected and absorbing all the love and support that I have to give. And I get that that's really difficult to do. No human being has thus far been able to manage staying connected to me on a regular basis. And I don't know how much of that is my fault. I have no idea. I've been looking at it my whole life, trying to figure out, well, what am I supposed to do? I've always known I can't control other people, so I do my best to do my part, and I ask a bunch of questions to understand, and that was taken badly so many times in my life. I'm rude and inconsiderate for asking the questions that I'm asking. But I'm legitimately always just trying to find out what works for other people. What can I shift and alter in order to speak your love language or whatever it is. And then I've gotten to the point where I can't shift and alter very much in order to speak other people's love languages. I need my love language to be spoken, and so here I am, and my friend's dad is dead, and I feel for him, and I feel for the family, and I feel so much, and I can't share it. Or I could just be well, I don't care whether this bothers, the other 3 members of his family. I'm just going to share what I want to share to the one that I wanted to share it to, and just say it or whatever and get it out there, and allow that love to be documented and received whenever he's ready to receive it. But I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Is that selfish and inconsiderate of the other members of his family? Is that the very thing that his dad accused me of being manipulative and controlling, me wanting to put my thoughts and feelings out there, as more important than considering the thoughts and feelings of his other family members, because I feel like it would do good for my friend. But I don't know, because if it doesn't do good for his family, then it's not good for him usually. So I feel stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I freaking hate death today. I'm so pissed that we die and nobody in this world respects it anymore. And then we just have to try to handle it, and all of our friends, and nobody knows what to do or say anymore. And I think it's stupid. I'm so irritated. I just want to fix something and I can't.